Waterloo, not just a soggy defeat. This battle wasn't just another chapter in the annals of history, it was a turning point, a dramatic climax that reshaped the future of Europe. The rain-soaked fields of Waterloo bore witness to the end of an era, the fall of a titan. Picture this, it's 1815, Europe is a continent in turmoil, a chessboard of power struggles and shifting alliances. The Napoleonic Wars have raged for over a decade, leaving a trail of destruction and change in their wake. You're Napoleon Bonaparte, Emperor of France, military genius. You've risen from obscurity to become one of the most powerful men in the world. Your strategies are studied, your tactics revered. You're not just a leader, you're a legend in your own time. You've conquered most of Europe. Your empire stretches from the Atlantic to the Russian steppes. You're feeling pretty good. Then boom, Waterloo happens. In a single day, your dreams of dominance are shattered. Turns out conquering Europe is easier than beating the British and Prussians on a muddy field in Belgium. The weather, the terrain, the sheer determination of your enemies, all conspire against you. It's a perfect storm of misfortune. Ouch! We've all been there, right? That crushing moment when everything you've worked for seems to slip through your fingers. It's a universal experience, whether you're an emperor or an everyday person. That moment when your big plan goes completely sideways. Maybe it's a project at work, a personal goal, or even a relationship. The feeling of watching it all unravel is something we can all relate to. Maybe you didn't lose an entire empire, but that presentation at work felt pretty brutal. The stakes might not be as high, but the emotional impact can feel just as intense. It's a reminder that failure is a part of the human experience. Here's the thing. Even epic fails can be spun into gold. Yes, even Waterloo. History has a way of turning defeats into lessons, setbacks into opportunities. Napoleon's story didn't end at Waterloo, it evolved. Napoleon's defeat wasn't just a loss, it was a branding opportunity. It became a symbol, a cautionary tale, and a source of endless fascination. His legacy was reshaped, not erased. Think about it. Waterloo is synonymous with failure, but it's also a testament to resilience, to the idea that even the mightiest can fall and still leave a lasting impact. But what's the one thing the internet loves more than success? That's right, epic fails. They captivate us, they teach us, and they remind us that perfection is an illusion. And who better to embody that than Napoleon, the original short king who dreamed big and tripped hard? His story is a blend of ambition, brilliance, and human frailty. It's a narrative that continues to resonate, reminding us that even in defeat, there is a story worth telling. History is full of losers, from the grand empires that crumbled to the ground to the once mighty leaders who faced humiliating defeats. The annals of history are littered with tales of failure and misfortune. Sorry, noble figures who faced setbacks. These stories of noble figures who faced setbacks, of kings who lost their crowns, and of generals who lost battles, are more than just tales of woe. But here's the good news, their misfortune could be your payday. Yes, you heard that right. The very events that spelled disaster for them could be the key to your success. Think of it like this. Historical events, even the bad ones, are stories. And stories have a unique power. They captivate, they teach, and most importantly, they sell. And stories sell, especially when you can slap them on a t-shirt or turn them into a TikTok challenge. Imagine creating a line of merchandise that taps into these historical narratives, or a viral video that brings these stories to life in a humorous way. Remember the Hindenburg? Total disaster. A catastrophic event that marked the end of an era for airship travel. But can you imagine the memes? Me trying to parallel park with a picture of that giant airship engulfed in flames. See? Instant internet gold. The humor in these situations can turn a tragic event into a relatable and shareable moment. The key is to find the humor, the irony, the relatable element in these historical mishaps. It's about seeing the lighter side of history and making it accessible to everyone. People connect with failure. It's human. We all have our own stories of setbacks and defeats, and seeing them reflected in history can be both comforting and entertaining. And when you can make them laugh about it, you've got yourself a winning formula. Laughter is a universal language, and when you can blend it with the lessons of history, you create something truly special. So go ahead, find your golden opportunity in the pages of the past. So, how do you turn Napoleon, a man who died over 200 years ago, into a money-making machine? Simple, treat him like the historical influencer he could have been. Imagine a line of Emperor's new clothes streetwear inspired by Napoleon's military garb, or a series of motivational posters with slogans like, "Waterloo, it gets worse and never give up on your dreams," of conquering Europe. Think about it. Napoleon's life story is basically a ready-made Netflix miniseries. The rise, the fall, the exile on Elba, the comeback attempt, the final defeat. It's all there, just add some dramatic music and a few strategically placed slow-motion battle scenes, and you've got yourself a hit. The internet loves a good historical remix. And what's more ripe for a remix than a military blunder of epic proportions? Imagine a TikTok challenge where people recreate famous historical battles using household objects. Napoleon's troops could be represented by socks, the British by teacups. Or, how about a series of memes comparing Napoleon's strategic blunders to everyday situations? Napoleon trying to fit all his ambitions into one lifetime, paired with a picture of a clown car overflowing with people. The possibilities are endless, really. The key is to be creative, irreverent, and just a little bit absurd. Because on the internet, absurdity equals clicks. And clicks, as we all know, equal cash money. Section 5. Expanding the empire beyond Napoleon's mishaps. Napoleon might be the poster child for historical failure turned financial opportunity, but he's certainly not the only one. Think of all the other historical figures and events just begging for a modern makeover. The Titanic? Forget the tragic love story, let's talk about the hubris of thinking a ship that big could never sink. My New Year's resolutions versus reality, with a picture of the Titanic sinking beneath the waves. The Salem witch trials? Prime meme material. When you're trying to enjoy your pumpkin spice latte, and someone accuses you of witchcraft, get creative. History is your oyster, or at least your potential Etsy store. Section 6. From Failure to Fortune, your guide to historical riches. Welcome to a journey where we turn the missteps of the past into a treasure trove of opportunities. This guide will show you how to leverage historical blunders and transform them into a profitable side hustle. Whether you're a history buff or just someone looking for a unique way to make money, this is your ultimate roadmap. So, you're ready to turn your knowledge of historical blunders into a lucrative side hustle? Imagine making money by simply sharing the fascinating and often hilarious stories of historical failures. It's not just about knowing history, it's about presenting it in a way that captivates and entertains your audience. Here's your step-by-step guide. First, choose your historical loser. This could be a person, an event, or even a whole civilization that made a monumental mistake. The key is to find a story that is both intriguing and has a lot of material to work with. Think about the infamous figures or events that have a rich background and plenty of details to explore. Who are you rooting for to fail? Is it a notorious king who lost his kingdom due to poor decisions? Or perhaps a failed expedition that ended in disaster? The more dramatic the failure, the better. Engage your audience by making them part of the selection process. Use polls or debates to get them involved and invested in the story. Pick someone or something with a good story and plenty of meme potential. Second, identify the humor. What makes this failure funny? Is it the sheer incompetence, the unexpected twists, or the ironic outcomes? Humor is a powerful tool to make history relatable and enjoyable. Use memes, illustrations, and comedic commentary to highlight the absurdity of the situation. What's funny about this failure? Is it the irony? The fact that someone so powerful could make such a colossal mistake? Or is it the unexpected consequences that followed? Dive deep into the layers of humor and irony to find the most entertaining aspects of the story. The sheer absurdity of it all? Third, get creative. Think outside the box. How can you present this historical event in a way that is fresh and engaging? Use creative storytelling techniques, visual aids, and interactive elements to bring the story to life. Brainstorm with friends or colleagues to come up with unique angles and perspectives. How can you turn this historical event into something relatable and shareable? Fourth, choose your platform. Are you going to create a YouTube series, a podcast, or a blog? Each platform has its own strengths and audience. Consider where your target audience spends most of their time and tailor your content to fit that platform. Make sure your content is easily shareable to maximize its reach. Are you a meme lord, a TikTok aficionado, or perhaps a podcast enthusiast? Find the platform that best suits your brand of historical humor. Each platform offers different tools and formats, so choose the one that allows you to best showcase your content. Experiment with different types of media to see what resonates most with your audience. Find the platform that best suits your brand of historical humor. Once you've chosen your platform, it's time to build your brand. Consistency is key. Develop a unique style and voice that sets you apart from others. Use branding elements like logos, color schemes, and catchphrases to create a recognizable identity. And finally, monetize, monetize, monetize. There are numerous ways to turn your content into cash. You can use ad revenue, sponsorships, or even sell exclusive content to your most dedicated fans. The goal is to create multiple streams of income to ensure a steady flow of revenue. Once you've got an audience, don't be afraid to cash in. Engage with your audience regularly to build a loyal following. Use influencer marketing to reach a wider audience and collaborate with other content creators to expand your reach. The more engaged your audience, the more opportunities you'll have to monetize your content. Sell merch, become an influencer, or even write a book about your journey to historical failure-fueled fortune. The possibilities are endless. With creativity, dedication, and a good sense of humor, you can turn historical failures into a successful and profitable venture. So what are you waiting for? Dive into the world of historical riches and start your journey today. Section 7, the Beyoncé Blueprint, turning lemons into lemonade and millions. Remember when Beyoncé got blindsided by that elevator incident? Instead of letting it define her, she turned it into art. She sampled the infamous elevator audio in her song Flawless and reclaimed the narrative. That's the energy we need to bring to monetizing historical failures. It's about finding the opportunity in the obstacle, the humor in the heartbreak, and the sweet, sweet cash in the ashes of someone else's defeat. Section 8. Embrace the L, monetize the past, conquer the future. In a world obsessed with success, it's refreshing to know that failure can be profitable. So the next time you're feeling down about a setback, remember Napoleon. Remember the Hindenburg. Remember that even the most epic fails can be spun into gold. Embrace the L, monetize the past, and conquer the future, one historical mishap at a time.